d4, g6, e4, bishop g7, knight c3, a6, f4, b5, knight f3, bishop b7, bishop d3, d6, e5, knight d7, queen e2, knight h6, a4, b4, knight e4, castle kingside, castle kingside, c5, d takes c5, d5, knight g3, knight takes c5, bishop e3, knight takes d3, queen takes d3, a5, rook fd1, e6, h3, queen c7, knight d4, rook fc8, queen d2, king h8, rook ac1, bishop a6, c3, b takes c3, rook takes c3, queen d7, rook takes c8, check, bishop takes c8, b3, knight g8, rook c1, bishop f8, rook c2, bishop b7, queen c1, rook c8, rook takes c8, bishop takes c8, knight f1, bishop a6, knight d2, bishop b4, knight to f3, knight e7, bishop d2, queen b7, bishop takes b4, queen takes b4, queen c7, king g7, king h2, h6, queen d6, bishop d3, queen takes b4, a takes b4, knight e1, bishop e4, king g1, king f8, a5, king e8, a6, knight c8, knight b5, king d7, a7, d4, knight d3, knight takes a7, knight c5, check, king c6, knight takes e4, knight takes b5, king f2, king d5, knight f6, check, king c5, King E2, H5, G3, Knight C3, check, King D3, Knight A2, Knight E4, check, King D5, Knight F6, check, King C5, Knight E4, check, King D5, Knight F6, check, King C6, King takes D4, Knight C1, King C4, Knight E2, Knight E4, H4, G takes H4, Knight takes F4, Knight G5, King D7, Knight takes F7, Knight takes H3, King takes B4, Knight F4, King C5, Knight G2, B4, Knight takes H4, B5, Knight F5, B6, Knight G3, Knight G5, Knight F5, Knight takes E6, King C8, Knight D4, Knight E7, King D6, Knight G8, E6, King B7, King C5, G5, Knight F5, G4, King B5, King B8, King C6, King C8, E7, Knight takes E7, check, Knight takes E7, check, King B8, Knight F5,